Gentlemen, have a great match, and you may lag for break. Mr. Fortunski wins the lag and will break the first set.
So it must have been.
That's what I would do. Just give it back, because it's not an easy shot.
Is he going to play the cut in the side here, do you think?
No, I don't think it's possible.
No, just gone past it, has it?
Maybe he's trying to play full and then 2 ball and make sure it goes behind 4 or 10. Oh.
He might have had a little bit of a run here. He's got the good cue ball though.
That's what I thought, if he's gonna play cross, like cross bank.
Yeah.
Across the table, he's gonna hit the 7 ball. So I didn't think he's gonna choose this option. So
this is on.
It's an open shot.
And just what the smoothest cueing ever, Fedor. I just love his cue action.
It's true.
It's just beautiful to watch, really is. Such a great talent, so young as well. It's not fair, is it? Well, you've got as much talent as well. I mean, you're going to go a long way in this game. I know you are. Great work ethic you have.
It's all about timing.
Yeah. Couldn't agree with you more. That nice, smooth acceleration through the cue ball. And I can see you work very hard on that also.
Well, I believe it's one of the most important thing is the right timing.
Yeah.
And wow.
And that's just at the wrong timing for us. We were talking about how beautiful it was, and it doesn't always work, does it? We're all human at the end of the day.
Yeah, and for a lot of people watching the game, they don't realize how actually easy it's to miss the ball. If you just lose the focus for a second, that's it.
Yeah, maybe your eyes just flick towards where you want the cue ball to go. You take your eye off the object ball. All of a sudden it's gone wrong, and that's a decent shot there. He's calling this, so he's playing the kick to make the 4. So do you actually practice with Fedor? very often? Do you practice together?
It's a very common question, but honestly, we don't always talk about pool.
You don't always talk about pool?
No.
Really?
Like, we just...
Just a normal couple, right?
Yeah.
When you're not playing pool? Right,
I mean,
okay.
of course, because it's a very big part of our lives, of course, we discuss the games and, how do you feel? How can I help you? But particularly that he's coaching me, or, if I ask something, oh, can you show me how to jump? Of course, he's going to do that, but... we respect each other's space about this, because I always feel like you want to talk about pool.
Yeah, you want to get away from it sometimes,
Yeah.
and just be normal. I'm not saying pool players aren't normal, but I mean just live a normal life as a couple, right?
And just I prefer to practice by myself because I have more focus, and since I take it very seriously. Of course, there's plenty of things I can learn from him, and we do sometimes practice together on the road. But when we come back home, we try to practice separately.
So, full length of the table kick here, trying to make the 4 to this bottom left-hand corner. He's made contact with it. Now then, I don't think the shot is on Christina.
I think he can see, but he cannot pocket the ball. It's a cross bank.
Yeah, it may be on.
Oh, maybe he can see the ball. It doesn't look like that.
And you called it, the cross bank. It nearly went. So I think I read somewhere that was your father your coach?
That's right.
Does he still coach you?
Yeah.
Is that, I always find that kind of difficult. It's not difficult?
It can be quite challenging.
Very diplomatic answer. Oh, the cue ball's on its way where it's straight in the hole.
He was a little short on the pocketing the ball, and he hit it a little bit too full. I think that's why he scratched. Yeah. Well, the most important is, to respect the borders.
Yeah.
And to separate the family thing and your working.
Yeah, if you could do this, it's good. It's like business and friends as well, right? If you can separate the two, and the same on the pool table. If you're playing somebody, your enemy's on the table, but as soon as the match is over, you're friends again, right?
There is most of the people can really do that. From my experience. But for me, it's like my open is never. It's never my opponent's fault that I play bad, because I play bad myself. And of course, if somebody cheats on me on the table, then for sure. But I have no reason to be angry with somebody. Like a lot of people actually getting pissed with you just because you beat them. I'm like, I'm not coming here to make friends. I'm playing the tournament. So.
Yeah, absolutely right. Business is business. And right at this moment, Fedor is taking care of business. Looks like he's going to... I shouldn't use that term, should I? Taking care of business. That's Joshua Filler's walk-on music, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just realised what I said. There's that gorgeous stroke.
Yeah, his stroke is very helpful for a lot of executions on the table. Like if you have an angle on the ball and you need to stop, it's very easy to do with a long follow through instead of the short stroke. I would say
no power needed, right?
Yeah.
We've got to keep talking. People are enjoying what we're saying. People are enjoying what you're saying, certainly. So the first rack then to Fedor. So are you feeling a little bit better now?
Race to 4. I don't know. I don't know if you can ever feel comfortable playing race to 4.
Do you know, I say often in commentary when I'm commentating on you that how I love seeing the women competing against the men. I've thought it for many, many years now, and I love what the sport of pool is now doing to encourage more women to get involved, invite more women to the big events. How did you enjoy the world? Oh, sorry, it was the Champions League pool, wasn't it?
I love this tournament and I love this format just because you get to play so many matches, and it's an amazing experience to play against, you know, best players in the world in one day, or if you're lucky 2 or 3, you know, and it's a very good format that obviously favored more for the underdogs in the game, because you understand race to 5, you can beat anybody. So I really enjoy playing this tournament.
And this one you must love as well. It suits you as well, right? And there's quite a few of them as well. More to come. Are you playing Ohio, do you know?
I don't, because I'll have to travel back to home and go to Austria for the same event, but in Austria.
Yes. So, dry break from Fedor, unfortunately. Mieszko has played a safety. Has he got cover? I'm not sure he has, you know. I think he might have left a window.
Sometimes you just have to look at the reaction of the pool player after the shot to understand.
You watch Fedor and I'll watch the screen.
It looks like the Salah.
Yeah, I thought from the overhead it looked like he can actually get through to this.
I think he can cut it in.
Oh, he's played.
Safe.
Decided on the safety, so he could have gone for it, but decided not to. He seems a very easygoing kind of guy, Fedor. Is he?
He is. He might look kind of like introvert. But if you get to know him better, he's very open.
Yeah. So Mieszko.
Do you think he's going for the ball? Yeah.
He went for that, right?
He went for that,
He went to cut that in. I think he's been lucky, and there you go. Out comes the short stick, though. One of the best in the world with the jump cue.
He spends so much time practicing that, and it's no wonder he's the best.
Yeah.
He always tried to like teach me how to jump, and to a certain like distance I'm okay, but if you have to go really high, it's like you have to rise higher. I'm like, I can't. There is no more room.
You need to wear higher heels.
No. Not easy for people with short fingers like mine, for sure. To jump like Federer.
This is tough, right by the 3 ball as well. He's up and over. Oh, and what a great shot. I noticed you tapping the table there. Out of habit, you can't help it, can you? It's okay, you can cheer for Federer. It's fine.
And his jump shots are so controlled, and you can barely see his cue ball goes outside of the table, because it's, you know, always gets the speed right.
Controlled that beautifully. Does he have a nickname? Fedor?
No.
We need to think of one for him.
No, but I was trying to figure out the name for myself too, but I believe it's something that has to come up from folks, you know, from people.
Yeah. So let's put it out there then. Anyone that can think of any nicknames for either Christina or Fedor.
Yeah. Direct message us.
Yeah. Or put on the YouTube chat. They can do that as well, of course. So straightforward.
Well, Federer is like Ghost, you know, because it's Gorst, and it's if you make a mistake, it's like most of the time you're done in the match.
Yeah, you're toast.
Yeah.
We say you're toast.
It's like playing with a ghost.
Yeah.
We call that actually back home wouldn't call it playing with the ghost, but we say it's playing with the god, because God never makes mistakes.
Well, he certainly does play like God, doesn't he? And
It's
apart from that time,
another unfortunate mistake.
he looks a bit puzzled by that. He can't work out what went wrong there.
Maybe he's having trouble to focus.
There you go. Gave him that, giving a gesture. Didn't understand what went wrong. Oh, it's okay. He's got the.
That's a fortunate kiss.
Yeah.
To the ball. Wow. You see how much he missed? Still.
I actually thought he had missed it. Played it pocket speed though, gave it every chance, playing it off the long rail. If you hit that the other side, you've got no chance.
No chance.
So, second rack. Looks like we're going to be going one each, Christina.
What's that?
Looks like we could be going one rack each. No, can't really see any problems here, although having said that, okay, he's gone a little bit far, but it's okay.
The table's playing very fast, and sometimes it feels like we play on the carom because the cue ball keeps rolling.
I played some carom in Mexico recently, and I can't believe how fast those tables are. They just never stop.
I know.
There's a lot of good Polish players around at the moment as well. You always see them at the deep end of tournaments. And in it goes, and we're going for a commercial break. We'll be back very soon, Christina and myself. Welcome back to the Kellogg Arena here in Battle Creek in Michigan, the CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series. It's the Michigan Open. It's tour stop 3. Arizona, of course, which Fedor won. And then we went to Las Vegas, where Wu took the title. And who's going to win the battle in Battle Creek? Down to the last 16 at the end of tonight. There will be a redraw we're back tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm sure you're thinking, hopefully Fedor will be in that draw tonight. So. Mirko breaking dry, and I think, has he got a shot on the one here, Christina? You've got a better eye than I have.
It's very uncertain. I think it's very close to the 6 ball. Maybe it does pass.
Do you spin it maybe with a little bit of left?
Yeah, but what kind of positions he's going to have if he's going to spin the ball?
Yeah. Draw it as well. Tough decision. He's taken his extension, I believe. There is a 30-second shot clock. Each player does get 1 extension per rack.
When I play 30 seconds like shot clock match, I need at least 3 extensions in my rack.
Decided not to take any risk. Took the safety shot on. Has he got cover? Can't quite see. It's another one, a bit like Fedor just had. He's given one the same to Mirko. Oh, and we just had a beautiful angle there. We lost it all of a sudden. What happened to the camera? Deep in thought. Yeah, and there you can clearly see on that angle he can get through to this. And he's missed it, and that shot clock coming in again, Christina, just on the crucial moment.
That's what happened to me previous match. It's like I made 2 or 3 mistakes when the short.
Does it still shock you?
Yeah, because I feel like I have no time to stand up and say extension, but at the same time I have no time to execute the shot, so I just shoot. It's like like an amateur mistake or something, you know.
You'll get used to it, won't you?
Well, it's all about the practice.
How old are you? 20?
22.
22. They should call it the shock clock, not the shot clock.
Yeah, shot clock.
Yeah.
That's for me for sure. I mean, because before we used to play with 45 seconds, like in Europe and in China, and 30 seconds is definitely something new for me, and I'm still getting used to that. Especially, yeah, the match in matchroom events, they also use the 30 seconds shot clock, and it's very stressful.
You'll get used to it. He played a beautiful shot there, by the way. Used lots of check spin there to zip the cue ball back and held it perfectly.
I think a little bit shorter than he would like to.
Can he roll this in and hold for the 5 into the opposite corner? Is he going to come across? The 7 comes into play then, doesn't it?
It's very tricky. I think he's going to hold it. Play for the same pocket as the 4 ball.
We have a word in English called named finesse. I think it actually comes from a French word, but finesse. That's how he plays, with beautiful finesse, you know. Sort of caresses the balls around the table, no hard hitting.
It's like stroking them soft.
Yeah, beautiful. With finesse. Yeah, we had the perfect view of it from behind. A little bit short of pace. Are you thinking of going round 3 rails here? Round the back of the 10? Or are you just going to drop it in? Yeah, he's coming round the back of the 10, 3 rails, needs to miss the 9. He has. What a gorgeous shot that is as well. So, 3 balls away from a 2-1 lead. Obviously, got hold of that one. Have you found drawing the cue ball on these new cloths so easy?
Oh yeah, it's very easy. So the place where I practice is like I have a table in my country house outside of the city, and it's kind of slow, and to draw the ball it takes a lot of efforts, and here it feels so effortless.
This is perfect, going 2-1 up. Now then, Fedor on his way. So have you been watching many matches, or have you just been watching Fedor? Have you been watching anyone else? Who's caught your eye? Anybody?
I'm watching.
You try to watch as much as, yeah.
I think it's a great way to learn and to get experience without actual playing. Because if you see some shot, you can come to practice and try the same shot and see how it was executed. I think it's very important for self-development to watch the matches, and you have a lack of creativity on the table like I do. It's the only way to gain this creative mind by watching the game.
Yeah, it's a learning process, right? We can practice technique and as much as we want and getting the timing right, but you also need that little bit of creativity. But that comes from learning, as you say, from watching other people, right?
Exactly.
And you've got a good one to watch here. Fedor 2-1 up, breaking off rack number 4. Another great break. 9 ball is tracking, or he's got kicked. He's made a ball though, and that's all you want. And look where the 1 ball's gone, and that's exactly the break that you're looking for. We had Kang Lee in here earlier on, commentated before he played against Tyler Steyer, and he was really studying the break, and he broke really well, Kang Lee, and actually beat Tyler quite convincingly. He played really well. Are you familiar with Kang? Have you seen him play at all?
I have seen him playing for the first time at this tournament. I think he's a good player.
Yeah.
I think he came from Carom, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he still plays Carom in New York. Apparently he's a very, very good player in New York. So, nicely on the 2 ball. Would like some kind of angle. I think he's got a little bit. Didn't have enough, so this is okay.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want to go too fancy, just to make sure you keep it simple.
Yeah, very important. So 3 obviously passing the 10 here. What's he going to do with a cue ball? Just a straightforward bounce off this back rail. Well, wants to be careful. May even go into the 9 here. Yeah, I like that shot. Went into the 9 and freed the 7 up. Terrific shot.
That's a great shot.
And held him on the fork. Very smart shot. And now that's opened the whole of the rack up. So now, going to bounce off the side route for the 6 into the same pocket. I hope you've shared the feed, Christina, and all your friends are watching, are they? Are all your friends watching the stream?
Friends?
Enjoying your, well, I mean viewers.
Yeah, I'm just reading your commentary, guys. Just trying to see if somebody asks something so we can answer those questions.
Yeah, come on, find some questions for us. Firing your questions for Christina. So nicely on this 7 then. Probably just stun across for the 9 into the side. Oh, drew past it beautifully.
A lot of people still asking about the format.
We'll explain the format after this. So yeah, it's two races to 4 basically, and if we're level after 2 races, then we go to a sudden death shootout, and then when we get to that, we'll explain that because that's really exciting.
It is.
And in goes the 10 ball. It's 3-1. He's on the hill, and we'll be back very soon. So much for rejoining us. Fedor coming to the table on the hill. So all you can be looking for here, make a ball on a break, get control of the table, and hopefully a shot at the 1 ball, run it out for the first set. Mirko Fortunski though will be hoping for something very, very differently. So here we go. Made the 9 in the side.
Beautiful break.
Oh, the 2 ball is okay. I thought the 8 ball was coming over to spoil the party, but it didn't.
I've got a couple of questions here. What's my favorite format of play? Well, if you play among men, then race to 4, I think, is the perfect format for me. Because again, as I said, it's favorite underdogs a lot, and it actually makes you feel like you can win the match. But if you play one among women, I prefer race to 7. It's something in between.
Yeah, that's a smart shot as well. Not taking any risks. There was a possibility of the 1 into the bottom right hand corner, but no real future in it. So played the percentage shot. And now it's up to Mirko. One of the great trio of great Polish players at the moment.
No, there's always been great Polish players since even the Youth European Championships. Always Poland and Germany having one of the strongest teams. I was wondering why, because it seems like all those players are practicing separately. They live in different cities. It's not like they have a base where they practice, but nevertheless, there's a lot of talented and very high technique and smart players.
Yeah, Yeah, and they're very good tournament players as well, very
Yeah.
determined players. Hard to beat.
Well, I think because of the big competition back in Poland, they have to grind and know how to grind in a match in order to travel somewhere outside of Poland. So I think that's why, it's like Chinese, because there's so many good.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go, there's so many good players, athletes, whatever. So you gotta give your best.
So Fedor jumping again. Oh, that's a great shot. Now that is, has it leaked out slightly? I think it has, but I don't think he has the potting angle. I'm right behind this. I'm not sure he's got the potting angle.
No,
Another example though of a great jump there, controlled,
I know.
playing a safe from the jump is tremendous.
Sometimes when we play against each other, it's so annoying because I hook him and then he's like, make this crazy jump shot or make the ball, and I'm like, are you serious? So it's definitely a very big advantage if you know how to use the jump stick.
Yeah. He looks pretty calm. So a little safety battle going on this one ball. Do you enjoy safety as well, Christina?
I do, but as I said before, I have a lack of imagination, and if it's like about the standard saves, then yeah, but if you have to create a new one, because sometimes I honestly come up to the table and I don't know what to do, like some extra, not ordinary positions. So in this moment I don't enjoy it because that's allowed, but I really like watching players.
Yeah, it fascinates me, the safety battles. Great way to learn watching as well. No better place than this, right in front of it. We're watching two masters of it here. There's a possibility of a bank, but I don't think he's going to bother with it. He's going to play a nice safety. Try and get cover. He's caught the 4 though. I think he's going to catch the 4. He has. And the 4's gone in. Yeah, just clip off the side of this. He's putting back in. Of course he has the option because he made a ball that wasn't intended.
I would pass the shot also. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's why I didn't think he would give it back, because the 5 was a lovely stopper for the one ball there. Just had to clip it thin.
But in this shot you have to put a lot of spin to make sure that the cue ball travels behind 6 and 3. And as the table new and it slides a lot, so
Yeah.
it's quite challenging. As you can see now, he did not hook the ball, so
You know the shot's all right. I can hear you. I can hear you. Don't worry, you're not fooling anybody.
oh,
We got a double kiss there, and it was almost disastrous. Is it disastrous? I think it's, well, it's certainly cuttable, this one.
I don't think he can cut it in the side pocket.
Yeah.
He has to draw. He wants to make a position for the 2 ball. Or play the safe.
Wow, he's missed it. And funny you say that, because he was trying to steal a bit of angle to keep the cue ball away from this rail, to get the angle to go back up. He didn't play the potting angle. So yeah, well spotted.
I think stop shot, when you play the stop shot and the cue ball does not move, it's just frozen. It's the most satisfying shot on the pool table.
Yeah, and that's when you do it with that beautiful smooth action as well, with no effort, and it's like you feel completely in control. It's done exactly what you told it to do.
very satisfying.
Yeah. I can sometimes see in your face after a shot like that where you walk away a little bit proud of yourself.
Oh yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Otherwise, you don't enjoy pool. You know?
Yeah.
So you gotta make sure you feel proud of yourself when you do the right shot or the way you want it to. It's very important.
That was interesting there. Fedor actually pulled his sleeve up because he didn't want to do a shirt foul. And he's rolled it back down again.
Somebody's saying that Fedor looks like a superhero in the shirt. For me, he looks like a bee a little bit.
Yeah, a bumblebee.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah, Edgy Geronimo had this colour shirt on, and there was another player as well who had it on. I can't remember who it was, but there's 3 players here with yellow and black at the moment. I loved the silver and black one that he had on the other day, Fedor.
Oh yeah, I have the same
lovely
one.
Shirt.
That's from On Board. I think we did order that for the US Open. I really love the
Really
shirt.
nice shirt. Yeah, they look very classy.
They don't come up with a woman cut though. It's only for men, so I can use it as a dress because it comes to my knees.
Oh, that's a perfect example. Look at this cue ball there. No effort whatsoever. Nice and smooth.
That's what I'm saying. When you use long follow through, it seems effortless because it is effortless. Like your cue weight does everything for you. You don't have to add up any extra speed.
Yeah, this is a masterclass in cueing. And don't think I'm saying all this just because you're sat next to me. I'm singing his praises all the time because he's my favourite player. Just because of the way he cues, it's just lovely. And in it goes, and we're going to go for a break. That's the first set to Fedor Gorst. Welcome back to Battle Creek and the Kellogg Arena here in Michigan. Fedor Gorst won the first set 4 racks to 1, and he breaks off in set number 2. It's quite simple really. Mieszko Fortunski needs to win this set to force a sudden death decider, a shootout, or Fedor will be in the draw for the final 16 tonight. Oh, and how well has he hit that break now? Has he made a ball?
Doesn't look like.
He hasn't made a ball. Killed the cue ball right in the centre of the table, but no reward for it. And now, chance here for Mieszko to get an early lead in this second set. And there's a lot of noise in the background here, and that's because there's a fantastic amateur tournament going on, and it's the team event this evening, and that's why, well, this arena is full of pool players.
It's actually great to see, and I think it's a fabulous idea, combining the professional tournaments and amateurs. Just, you know, I think it's raising the chance for amateurs to look up and learn and enjoy more what they do, and eventually maybe turning into something more than just an amateur.
And they get to meet you, and I'm sure you sign lots of autographs while you're here. And I think it's nice, a chance for you to engage with the fans, and for them to, you know, come and watch games like this, and maybe it spurs them on, they learn something and makes them think, yeah, I want to be that good, you know. I don't think he's on this, he's playing a safety, I think.
Wow.
So a little mistake there. Has he made it behind the 10?
No.
I'm not sure he has, you know. That's a little bit careless there.
It's a very big mistake. But how can I judge about mistakes if I miss opponent? So, I have a very big self-irony, so don't pay attention, guys.
I'm not surprised by anything. You just go ahead, it's fun. Have we got any more questions then?
It's more like a personal questions, I guess. If I'm familiar with European players, like Olivia from Poland or Victoria Ivanovskaya.
Ivanovskaya, yeah. Didn't she move to South Africa?
Yeah, she did.
She done really well actually in the World Pool Championships, right?
She played amazing, and
I think she went further than any other female. Did she?
Her and Kelly got into the 16, last 32.
By the way, did you see that 3 ball?
Yeah, beautiful.
What a great shot that was.
Yeah, I was really proud for the girls, because I think it's very important to, you know, to show that we can also compete, and you know, we can do that.
Kelly had that great one, of course, in the Champions League as well. She took some really big scalps in that particular run. So Fedor with this 5 ball down the rail, stun out for the 6. Nicely played. And this is a shot he plays so well, this one coming up here, Christina. Low left on the cue ball. This really showcases the stroke here.
But again, it's a very easy shot, because it looks like a tough shot, but when you have this long fall through, all you have to do is like pull back and make sure you just fall through, and your cue's going to do everything for you.
I always, when I'm ever helping anyone with their game, I always say it's like you're pushing your cue all the way through to the object ball. You know, just keep it going, don't stop it. I think that's a fault that a lot of players make, where they stop the cue too soon.
Well, I feel like it's more American school to have a short stroke, which is, you know, can be fine if you play on the bar box, for example, but on the big table, especially if you don't have always a new cloth and new balls when it's running so fast, if you have different kind of shots, depends on.
Yeah, some people are just born with great timing. Take Jason Shaw, for example. He's got a very short stroke, but he's very good at it, and that's his natural way of playing. But if you haven't got that within you, then you have to try something else, and this is the best thing to learn, in my opinion.
Yeah, because you actually, by the length of pullback and follow through, you can control the speed on the table, which a lot of people don't know about it, just using one stroke for every single ball. So
he's going well. He won the first set and he's going to win the first rack of the second set. Also, in it goes. John Lehman comes into shot. Wow, he almost ran into the arena then. Where was he? He's a character, isn't he? John Lehman.
Oh yeah. I think he's good for sport, for our sport.
He's good, isn't he? Yeah, he's a character, right? Everyone knows him. Wingball John, of course.
Yeah.
Have we had any suggestions for a nickname for you or Fedor yet? Wingball John's got one. Mieszko Fortunski's got one. He's the butcher, of course. Do you have a favourite nickname for a player? Is there one that stands out for you?
I really love Kobe Bryant's nickname. And it's not a player, but the athlete, the Black Mamba, and his, wait to them, and his daughter is Mambasita. I think this is like fabulous idea. You can't create anything better than that. For the girl, like the daughter of Black Mamba is Mambasita. It's crazy.
I won't ask what you'll name your daughter one day. We'll concentrate on the pool for now.
Yeah. I think
so,
that's the best.
Made a ball. Now,
and I think Black Widow is also very creative.
yeah, that's great. I like
Something
Quickfire Kelly as well.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
Something
great one.
sticks to your mind forever.
Niels Fire.
Yeah, he looks like a Terminator.
He does look like he's scary, right? Torsten the Hitman Herman. Another great one. Just trying. What about Superman Roberto Gomez?
Yeah,
He's a character, isn't he?
he is.
He's playing really well this tournament, actually.
It's always fun to hang out
Yeah.
around him.
Yeah. So you do have 60 seconds after the break. He's playing a push. So now, Mieszko will have 60 seconds to decide. Does he want to take this on? Or does he want to put Fedor back in? It's his choice.
As I mentioned earlier, players who are really good with the jump stick is like, if you're not sure about the jump, but you also don't want to give it back to the opponent. Oh, okay. Good to know.
Oh, the cue ball's going close. Oh, it's gone in.
That's a very unfortunate.
It was unlucky, wasn't it? Could only see that amount of the two ball. I think he got a little bit of a double kiss off it as well. So it's always unlucky. Now Fedor just now tried to tie the 5 and the 4 up, and now he's the one that's going to have to deal with it. But if he can't get on, it's a very easy safety, or he might actually. I'm not sure if the 3 passes the. No, it doesn't. There you see.
Just want to make sure that the cue ball doesn't travel too much after touching the 4, because he doesn't want to touch the rail first, right? Otherwise he can get hooked behind 4 and 5, so it doesn't travel too much and hook behind the 8 ball.
There you go. First opportunity to break it out, and I think he's played it perfectly. If this holds up, it has. What a great shot. So 4 will be into the side, I would guess, after this.
I think he's a little bit straight.
Yeah, he wants to leave a little bit of an angle on this 5 ball so he can get across for the 6. I think he's okay. I think he can maybe stun run this through Christina, can he? Just punch it in. That lovely stroke. Yeah, look, just maybe slight angle. Oh no, he just dropped it in. Well, he's got the cue power to get anywhere he wants off this. Has to be careful coming back though. 7 ball looking big, cutting off a lot of the table.
You know, as when I did commentary in the previous matches, I always said that you have to. Oh wow!
Now he's nudged into it. I was saying that the 7 ball was looking very big there. And I don't know whether he played it or not. But
he wanted to go between 7 and 9 for sure, but he hit it too high. So yeah, when playing shots like this, you always have to decide: do you want to play too short, or like what is better? You know, playing short or a little bit harder. You always have to choose, because it's kind of, if you even make it like not that perfect, at least you still got a shot.
Still
even
got
if it's harder, but it's not hooked. So the judging the position right is very, very important. Like in this case, it was like better to hit it a little bit harder, so even if it's going the long rail, it's still okay. But too short, it's not good.
yeah, and I hope this is dead straight, because you're going to see one of your favourite shots here, Christina. This lovely. This is the one that gives you satisfaction. That kill the cue ball perfectly for the 10 ball. So this is going to be 2-0, and we'll be back with rack number 3 very, very soon. Welcome back. And Fedor Gorst is in a very strong position at the moment. 2-0 up, 1 set up as well with the break here. And in the commentary booth with me, Christina to catch. Now, is he going to make a ball? 2 balls rolling. No. And it's dry again. And Fedor is regarded as one of the best 10 ball breakers in the world.
It is.
And I think that's, is it 2 or 3 dry breaks?
Well, triangle rackets, you know, it's always kind of tricky, which is good for.
But I like it, don't you,
yeah.
as well? Do you prefer the triangle to the template, or longer races, alternate? Do you like template? What's your preference?
I like the template more, since I can't break that hard as the man, obviously, and making the ball was, unless if you wreck yourself, that's different.
We won't talk about that.
Yeah, no cheating.
No.
But if referee is wrecking, obviously it can be quite challenging for the break.
So Isco has made the 1 ball.
I think he haven't made the right angle for the 2 ball, and he couldn't really do much.
Yeah, look at this though, just needs the 3 and the 4, and look at the 5-10, Christina. Early 10s do count in this. Oh, and he missed it. And I tell you what, he's played a few of them that have looked like they may not drop, and that one was just a little bit harder. It wasn't pocket speed.
Exactly.
The pocket didn't take it. So a chance for Fedor then to get on the hill once again. Wow, this could be a gift. Pretty sure he can get through to it. A little bit awkward queuing next to the 7 here, but can get to the correct side of the cue ball that he wants, more importantly, the right-hand side.
Sorry.
Oh, he's judged that to perfection.
It can be quite tricky when the ball is hanging around the pocket and you have to follow, and it's a new cloth. It's like sliding so much that you have to remember about it every time.
Yeah, and look at this. He's going to call the 10 ball, and this could be a very quick rack indeed. Just checking. It looks pretty straightforward to me, and it's straightforward for Fedor. In it goes. It's 3-0. We're on the hill, Christina, just 1 away. You can go and have some dinner soon.
I know, I'm starving, honestly.
I think you're staying at the same hotel. Yes, you are. You're staying at the same hotel as me, aren't you?
Careful?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a breakfast together.
I saw you come down for breakfast. I think you were half asleep. First I thought you were sleepwalking. So this is quite a good solid performance here from Fedor. Jesko just hasn't really taken the chances that he's been given. So come on then, Christina, tell me. I think I know the answer already, but tell everyone what your goal is in pool. What is your... You've already won a Euro Tour, of course. What's the next thing?
Well, everybody wants to win the World Championships. I mean, the women division. And when I was in kids, it was very important for me to win the kids division as well. Kids like youth, junior World Championships. And now, of course, I would love to win that, but most importantly, I'm not setting up goals, because I feel like personally for me it's putting more pressure on me, knowing that I have to do something, and it's in the end of the day it's focusing on the result and not on the process. And it's, if you want to be successful in something, you always have to focus on the process. It's the same on the pool table. You can't set up the goal to run the balls or win the match. You can set up the goal is make the draw, make the follow, make the shape, you know what I mean? It's
one step at a time.
One step at a time.
Yeah.
So, of course, if I would love to win the World Championships, but sometimes having a tough match with the man or whoever, and then you overcome frustration, everything, and then you win. It feels like you win the World Championships, because it's, you know what I mean? It's very important.
He played an absolutely divine shot there to get on that 3 ball. Absolutely precision pot. And he's perfect on the 4 now. Needs to get onto the 5 into this bottom left. And then you'd think it's all over, Christina.
I don't think he got an angle for the 4 ball.
I think he can force one, Well, maybe you're right. He's thinking about it.
Because
it's called the extension.
5 ball doesn't pass the 6, so...
No, he needs to get above it, doesn't he, to play it in here. Maybe he can leave the bank, I don't know. Does he like banking?
He does. He's pretty good at banking, I think.
Is there anything he isn't good at?
I don't know.
I know. even with the great stroke he's got, he's still not going to get there. Now then, decision time. Do you take the bank into this bottom?
I think he's going to play safe.
He's going to play safe.
Or cut the ball.
He's looking at the cut, isn't he? This is almost like a Skylar Woodward shot. This one, he's very good at this shot, isn't he, Skylar?
It is.
Skylar Woodward would, and Feder Gorst did. What a great shot. I almost went into Phil Yates then. I promise I won't. You can't understand Phil, can you? So yeah, it was a great shot. So 4 balls away from dinner.
Wow.
I honestly thought he'd hung that.
I thought so too. He hit it exactly like Meshko did.
But I believe with that really smooth stroke is where it gives it more chance.
Absolutely. It's like opening up, widening your pocket.
Yeah.
If you smooth it in.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely perfect once again. So, stun off the side rail. A little bit of right-hand English are you using here, Christina? It's the last thing you're probably going to have to say, so make it a good one.
I would just play the stun shot probably, just maybe a hair of the spin, but on the new cloth it's like sliding anyway, so even if you put a little bit of spin it's not really doing anything.
Yeah,
so
perfectly played. So this 4 ball then, sorry, 10 ball for 4-0 and 2 sets to 0, and in it goes. Thank you so much, Christina. See you again. Have dinner. Have fun.
Have a good night.